Hi, hello and welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Veronica and I'm a big lover of makeup, so if you want to see more reviews, looks and more fun videos, don't forget to subscribe. In today's video we are talking about how many products do I finish in a year and how many years of products do I own. So if you are curious about that, please keep on watching. First things first, if you are curious about this makeup, I did film it. I will link it down below. It is a get ready with me testing some newer products to me. And I got this idea from Sarah Rose and it's very fun, so I want to film it as well. I took all my declutters and all my empties and everything and my project pen from 2022 and I did some very rough approximations, so I got some numbers. So keep that in mind. I do have some approximations. For example, for eyeshadows, I don't have a project pen for eyeshadows. I don't care about that too much, so I did approximate that based on my usage in general, so we will talk about that for each category. So let's start with primers. In 2022 I did finish 2.5 primers. For some I did count them as 0.5, maybe they were minis or something like that. So 2.5, and right now I do own 5 primers, so quick math, that is 2 years of primers that I own right now, which is totally fine. I'm not mad at that. It's pretty manageable, so it will be totally fine. I think I could finish them up before the expiration date or approximately like that. Then for foundation I own 8 right now and I did finish 3 last year, so I have like 2.6667 years worth of foundation. That is just a bit too much, but I'm okay with that because some foundations I know that I will declutter and not use up, but some of them for sure I want to use them up. I am on a no buy on foundation and primer, so I hope that I will finish some of them in my project pen and these numbers will be just a bit lower. Then for concealers, I do own right now 7 and last year I did finish 2, so that means I have 3.5 years worth of concealer and that is a bit much, but I do have a pretty big pen in my Sigma corrector and my NYX one from the project pen is like halfway through, so maybe I will be able to finish some of them until the end of this year, but I do have more than enough concealers and I just purchased one. I did use today the Huda Beauty one and it is beautiful, but yeah, right now I do have more than enough concealers. Next we have powders. In 2022 I did finish 1.5. It was the mini HT powder from NYX, that is the half, and then the full size one was the glowy one. And right now in my collection I have 6. I didn't count the project pen one because that is almost done, so I have 6 and that is loose included, and that means I have 4 years of powders. And I am totally okay with that because powders are not expiring that fast and I will use them up probably. So I'm not gonna buy any other powders, so I am on no buy on powders, but I am fine with 4 years. Next we have the cheek categories, and here I did some very rough approximations because I didn't finish a bronzer ever. I mean, maybe I did, but I didn't count it, or I don't know how much time it took to finish one, but I think I will be able, or I am able to finish one bronzer per year, because this year I am finishing the Rare Beauty one and I think I could finish a whole Rare Beauty bronzer in one year. So we are counting creams and powders in here, so I think one is possible. So one bronzer I put in here. I have right now 6, so that means I have 6 years of bronzer. That is a bit much considering that I have some cream ones. It is what it is. I do have the ABH bronzer and I think I will declutter that this year. That has a lot of product in it. And then maybe I could see myself finishing the Rare Beauty one and the Essence one. So I will remain with 3, and I think that is totally okay. So I don't think I have too many bronzers at this moment, but I am on a low buy on bronzer. Then we have the category of blushes, and I think I only finished the cream blush in my life, and that one is the one from the Project Pen, the Fenty one. I just finished that one. So 0.5, I think it is a good number, like half a blush a year, because I am rotating through my blushes all the time. And yeah, maybe I could have put 1 for blush, but I really don't know if I'm able to finish a full blush in 1 year. So let's say 0.5. Maybe that is a bit more realistic. I own right now 8 blushes, so that means I have 16 years of blush, which is crazy. But I'm not buying blushes to finish them up, because that is pretty hard overall. I do want to use them, and if I can use them up, that is great. But yeah, 16 years of blushes, that is a bit eye-opening. That is a lot of years. So yeah. Then we have highlighters, and it is completely the same. I put 0.5 because I did finish a small Becca highlighter. So maybe for this one as well I could have put 1, but I don't have the data for that. We will see maybe next year. Maybe I'm gonna film an update to this video and see if the numbers are better or worse. But yeah, so 0.5, I have 8 highlighters, that means 16 years. So again, 16 years is a long time, so I have enough highlighters as well. Next category, we have setting sprays, and here I am doing very, very well. Last year I did finish 3, and I own right now 4. That means I have 1.333 years of setting sprays. That is totally fine. I do use setting spray a lot. I have cheap ones that I use just to spray my brushes, and then I have right now 2 MAC setting sprays for my face, and that is totally fine. I do use them almost every day, so that is totally fine with me. And brow products as well, that is really great. I have 5 products right now, so all brow products in the same category, and I do use around 4 products per year. That is around 2 brow pencils and 2 brow gels, so 4, and that means I have 1.25 years of brow products. I am totally fine with that, because usually brow pencils I do finish them up, and then for brow gels I am just replacing them when they are very dry or when they are pretty old. Mascara is great as well. I do own right now 3, and in general I am finishing 4 per year, so 0.75, and I will declutter some mascaras because they are getting old. I am replacing mascara every 3 months. Sometimes I do have them opened at the same time, like 2 opened at the same time. Right now I do have that, but in general I am decluttering them around 3-4 months, so that is totally fine for me. With eyeliners, I put again a very rough approximation, because I did finish some eyeliners last year. I finished 3, but I know that that is not a thing that will happen this year, because I didn't focus on eyeliners, but I am able to finish 3, and if I am not focusing on one, that means that I am focusing on all of them, so I will have a small progress on all. That means maybe next year I will be able to finish 6 or something like that, and it will just balance out, So I put 3, I have 13 eyeliners right now, that means 4.333 years worth of eyeliners. That is not the best, but I do adore colorful eyeliners. Right now I have a blue on my waterline. I do use colorful eyeliners all the time, so that is fine by me. And even though I am not gonna use all of them up, I do really enjoy them. Next we have a category where I'm not doing too great, and that is lip liners. I finished one last year, only one, and for sure this year I'm gonna finish one as well. But I own 9, so that means 9 years of lip liners. That is a lot. With eyeliners and lip liners, I'm just a bit okay with that, because most of them are the ones that you can sharpen, so they are staying fresh a bit longer. So that's not the worst, but not the best. 9 years is, again, a pretty long time. But then we have lipsticks, and oh boy, that is almost my lifetime. So that's a lot. I do finish one lipstick per year, because last year I did finish one lipstick. It was a big achievement for me. I am very, very proud. But one in a year. In a whole year. Of course, I am doing progress on others, but one finished. So I do own 20 right now. So that means I have 20 years of lipsticks. And again, I'm not buying lipsticks to use them up, because I know that I'm not gonna do that. But 20 years, that is again eye-opening, because 20 years is almost my lifetime. So I am 25. So that's a lot. Next we have glosses, and in the glosses category I am doing so well, because I counted all the glosses that I finished last year, and I finished 6 in the project pen and then 2 others. So a total of 8 glosses last year. That is amazing. I do really love glosses. I am using them every day, and I am reapplying throughout the day. So 8 glosses is amazing. And right now I own 10. So that means I have 1.25 years of glosses, which is just amazing. I am very happy. I do use a bunch of gloss, so that is totally fine. I just purchased like 5, so the number just increased, but I am using them, so that is totally fine. And lastly, we have the category that I was scared the most, and for really good reasons, because it's insane. So we have eyeshadows. I counted every pen in my collection, and I have 310. That includes cream shadows, single shadows, pot shadows, everything. 310, just that number alone is insane. Because I don't feel like I have that many palettes. I do have like 20 palettes, more than enough. But when you are counting each shadow, 310, that's so many. And for this I did a very, very, very rough and generous, I must say, approximation. And I said that I could be able to finish 2 per year. I am not trying to do that. I'm not trying to pen eyeshadows. So because of that, I have no idea if I could be able to finish 2. But I felt like 1 was just not enough, because I am sure that I could finish 1 at least. 2 is a bit generous, but I put 2 because I wanted at least 2, because if I am dividing 310 by 1, that means 300 years of eyeshadow. And anyway, we are dividing it by 2, and that means 155, which is still more than our lifetime. So that is insane. But I love eyeshadow so much. Maybe that shows my love for eyeshadow, because the next higher number is lipstick with 20. So 155 and 20, that is a big jump. So this was the video. I hope you enjoyed it. This is really eye-opening. It is very fun. So even though you don't have a YouTube channel or something like that, just try this out. I think it's really fun, and it is a really good and helpful way to see how much product do you own, and just ask yourself if you need another product or not, and ask yourself if you will be able to finish these products before they are getting too old and bad. For sure, I will not be able to do that. So if you like this video and you want to see more from me, please subscribe and give it a like, and I'll see you next time.